All right, welcome to ACP Chemistry 101, and I am Professor Kim Arnold. I am going to be leading these lectures with you throughout your ACP course. I have been teaching here at IU for, since I came in 2001. I got a master's in chemistry for education, and I have been teaching ever since then. I enjoy my time, and I hope I can continue to get to know you as we continue in this semester. You are watching a video, okay? This is probably going to be done in your classroom with your high school ACP teacher, instructor, and you'll be getting these videos along with some filled out notes that you can follow along with. And the whole goal of having these is so that you can get another layer of learning, okay? Oftentimes if you hear me give an introduction about a concept and then you have your instructor tell you about the concept as well, you can follow up with some hands-on demos, activities, labs. It will all add together to make it a little bit more understandable for you. So our goal here is that you can have these videos just to help you along your journey. The textbook is also a very big tool as well. We will also be, let's see, what else was I going to make sure I had to tell you. There also will lead to some more collaboration. Okay, you guys are taking an IU course. This is IU chemistry. And with that, then, you should have some exposure to the university. So we're hoping, and instead of just me and these videos, we'll also have some other videos of graduate students and other faculty that are involved here. So you'll feel a little bit more like you're part of this campus. The picture here on the screen is sample gates. Okay, if your ACP instructors have come to campus for a workshop at all, they have walked through these gates. This is an entrance. A lot of students will take pictures here when they graduate, when they move on to campus. So if you please come to campus, we hope that you enjoy the beautiful campus that we have. Also, a little bit more about the best practices with these videos. I do want to make sure that you are staying engaged with them. It's really easy just to kind of like listen and half listen, but be engaged. Treat this as you're sitting in a lecture with me giving a talk to you. Oftentimes I will ask questions and kind of think them through on your own as well. Answer, fill in the blanks. When I work out a problem, get your calculator out and work it along as well. There'll be a little times where I say, hey, pause the video, work this out, and then come back just to give you time to do that, and I hope you can make use of that as well. Let's see, a couple other little things here. You can tell I am not a professional actor or speaker by any means, but I do hope that you can be gracious with me. I will probably, I will make mistakes. I will say things probably a little different than you've heard them said. I will have bad handwriting. I will spell things wrong. I am sure there will be lots of little things that I will do that are wrong. Just be gracious as we go on. And hopefully I'll improve as well. All right, a couple other things as we get going. What do I expect from you? I expect you to come to class prepared. This is a college class, so there's not a lot of hand-holding here when we get to this. I have my syllabus, okay, and your instructor will give you your syllabus as well. It will lay out our expectations on how you will earn your grade. This is nothing that I do to give you the grade. You earn it by working hard, getting the points that you need to get the grade that you want. Work hard, have a good attitude, and make sure that you're asking lots of questions when you need help. Because this is a college class, you will find that it might be different from your high school classes. I remember taking calculus when I was in high school, and it was the first class that friends would go out on the weekend, and I remember having an exam on Monday, and I would have to choose to stay in and study for my calculus class instead of going out with friends. Okay, you might find that this requires a lot more time than your other classes. And it involves you being ahead of it and paying attention, setting some goals for yourself. Okay, this night I'm going to read this chapter. This night I'm going to make sure I'm working on this worksheet. I have to work on this lab report. You have multiple things going on, and so you make sure you stay on track of all of it. There's some good test taking strategies. We're going to talk about that in a second as well. And use your resources. These videos, along with other videos that are kind of some concepts and some hard things that we go through, we'll have extra videos for you to kind of work through. Your book is a great tool. The worksheets that you get, the study guides, lots of things that will be available for you. Please make use of those. Let's look at a little bit of some strategies. Okay, cognitive science has shown how students can learn best, and chemistry is one where it does take time, okay, and it adds on itself. So if you are doing some chemistry and you are paying attention, you have chapter 1 and 2 down, then it will be much easier for you to get the material in chapter 3. It just adds on itself and builds. Now, if you had a busy week, you didn't study any chemistry, and so you kind of didn't pay attention to a whole chapter. So let's say you missed a lot of chapter 2. Well, now you come in chapter 3, you're trying to pay attention again, but you haven't learned that material from the previous chapter. It's going to be a lot harder for you to get caught up. I see that when students do well on one exam and then do poorly on an exam, they have to work really hard to do better on the next exam. Oftentimes it kind of drops down and students do worse on the next coming exam because they didn't take time to relearn the material that they missed from the previous one. All right, so how do you go about? What are some really good strategies? One is overlearning, okay? So as you go through, don't just read lecture notes or reread the book. See something, see a topic, see a question, and then see if you can bring up that material yourself without just rereading it, and then double check it, go through it afterwards. This is great for working out problems as well. Go through more and more problems. If you can not only do a problem, but explain how the problem should be done, you're in really good shape. It also is found that cramming doesn't work. You have probably heard this many times. Shorter sessions, okay, separated even over a few days, work better than just cramming really hard. In your effort, okay, a lot of students think, I just can't do it. It's like a different language, this chemistry. But you can do it, and it just takes some hard work. Some students, some classmates of yours may just have it come really naturally to them, and that's great. But with hard work, you can do it as well. Flashcards work well, okay? A lot of students make those. Those are something you can take with you when you're waiting for a bus or waiting for a ride. Bring out your chemistry flashcards and do some practice. And then, of course, any type of learning does better when you're rested and you're making healthy choices. So, all right, as we get going in chemistry, just to kind of get us thinking, you have heard that chemistry is the central science, okay? So many things, other sciences have chemistry as part of it. You'll think back to what your grandparents went through and the changes they had just with science and technology to what you have right now, okay? It's a world of difference. And just think about what will happen in another 100 years, what things will look like, and it's all due with science, specifically with chemistry. Most of you, okay, have probably never even had chickenpox, whereas people in my generation, we all had chickenpox. It was like a rite of passage. 1995, vaccine came out, and if you got your vaccine, you have not had that itchy week of no school and lots of itches because of the change now with technology and that vaccine. So there's lots of great things that we can say are due to chemistry, and I hope you are interested in some chemistry careers. We'll be continuing on in chemistry as we get started with chapter 1.